Welcome to Top 30 Education with Buki Lawal. The importance of quality education cannot be overemphasized in a nation because it determines the quality of students that decides for the nation. Today, we will be discussing on the topic quality assurance in education. In order to maintain quality education, we have the Office of Quality Assurance in Lagos State. And today we'll be discussing with Mr. Dayo Adekunle. He is the director of Zone 18, Ikeja, of the Office of Education, Office of Quality Assurance. You're welcome to today's show, sir.
Thank you, Buki.
Thank you, sir.
On the show. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now, talking about quality assurance in education, we believe that quality assurance mostly is known in production of goods and services.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that there is quality assurance in education. Sir, what can you say is quality assurance in education?
Quality assurance is deviation from the old inspectorate cadre. Quality assurance is a more friendly regulatory body. Quality assurance involves all the stakeholders in education to bring about standard in education. What do I mean by that? In the past, inspectorate department of the old used to just go to school, carry out admin inspection, subject inspection, and coincidentally I was part of that old regime, and whatever you say becomes the Bible of final. You don't have idea. But now, with the advent of quality assurance in Lagos State, since 2nd of March, it took off 2nd of March 2015, with Mrs. Ronke Shombo as the pioneer director. She's still the director general. And she's been doing much to bring about standard in quality education in the state. So majorly what we do is we regulate quality of teaching and learning in schools in Lagos State, public, primary, below tertiary level.
Now, what are the roles of quality assurance team in schools?
Okay, like I mentioned earlier on, we carry out a lot of activities in schools, public and private. Private schools that are approved, like in Ikeja here, we have 33 public primary schools, we have public junior secondary schools, public senior secondary schools, and a whole lot of private primary and private secondary schools that are approved in Lagos State. So what we do is to regulate quality of teaching and learning in these schools. We carry out whole school evaluation exercise, which is a comprehensive one. It takes about 3 days. It's a 3-day visit to schools. Of course, we have to give them notice before getting there. Then we carry out teaching and learning in schools. We carry out examination monitoring exercises, internal and external, in public and private schools. For private, it's basically external examination. We monitor screening exams, common entrance examinations, BECE, WAEC, and NECO, as well as carry out investigation activities.
Now, for your team to go to any school, you have some things you're looking out for.
Yeah.
You have some expectations from all the schools, especially schools that are around the Ikeja zone. What are the expectations that you're looking out for? What are the things you look out for when you go to any school?
Now, when we go out on old school evaluation, which takes 3 days, majorly what we do, we notify the schools that we'll be visiting. At least we give them 48 hours. That's the list. For things to let them know that we'll be coming, and then what to put in place for the exercise to be successful. Because in old school evaluation, we have 7 key areas or 7 parameters. And we have the achievement and standards, We have learners' personal skills and participation. We have teaching and learning aspect. We have curriculum and other activities that we look at. We look at care, guidance and safety, learning environment, and leadership and management. So when we notify them, they get themselves ready. For achievement and standard, they need to present to us at least 2 days before coming the result 3 years before that time, internal and external, for evaluation. We give them post-school evaluation assessment form. They need to evaluate themselves, the learners to evaluate the school system, the parents forum, stakeholders in the school to evaluate. They carry out self-evaluation before we come, and we marry this together to come out with a comprehensive report. That is for post-school evaluation. But for other activities, teaching and learning, monitoring, we don't need to inform them. We just go because we want to actually raise the profile of teaching and learning. There are times if you discover from external results that the performance of learners across schools in Lagos State is going down in some subject areas. Let's say mathematics, English. Our teaching and learning activities will be centered on mathematics and English. And don't forget, when we go out for post-school evaluation, we make sure that in the process, we look out for 75% of the subjects being taught in the school. We monitor, we inspect, to be able to come out with a result or report that can stand the test of time.
Thank you very much. At this time, we will be right back. We've been discussing about quality assurance in education, and he has mentioned 7 key areas that they look out for whenever they visit school. We will be right back. Welcome back to Talk 30 Education with Buki Lawal. We've been talking about quality assurance in education, and we've been discussing with the director of Quality Assurance Zone 18, Ikeja, and he has discussed the expectations that they look out for whenever they visit schools, the support they render whenever they visit any school. Sir, those things you mentioned, the 7 key areas that you look at for anytime you go to any school.
For whole school evaluation.
For whole school evaluation. Peradventure you have a school that does not actually meet up with some of this or all of the standard. What do you do?
We have about 4 grades: outstanding, good, fair, poor. Now, if a school comes out poor, what do? We have to go back to that school within 6 months. We need to raise the profile of the school. That was why I said earlier on, quality assurance is different from the inspectorate cadre. In inspectorate cadre of the old, we hammer the school. But this time around, we want to raise the profile of the school. We want to raise the profile of schools that are graded poor to become fair, fair to good, good to outstanding. And we have quite a good number of outstanding schools in Lagos, and more than half of them are in Ikeja.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, looking at your efforts to move schools from maybe poor to fair, fair to good, and good to outstanding, what are the supports that you render to schools?
Now, we have what is called intervention programs. Now, let's say school A has been graded good or outstanding, and school 2 is not too far away and has been graded poor. What we do is we cascade school A that is good or outstanding to support the poor school in some areas that have been identified that they are not too good. And then, like my DG does more often than not, we come up with an intervention program wherein all stakeholders in education will be brought to the center, and there will be training. And she carries out training all over Lagos State every now and then. And then when she goes on those training, she goes along with the key directors and the field directors, the coordinating directors, the zonal directors, the line directors.